You're also going to see reports coming in real time via email, via Twitter, now we get more via Facebook. I got to say though, that day, one thing that I realized was Facebook was not a very effective communicating tool that people chose. So just keep that in mind as you go to social media for long drawn out events like Sandy coming up, getting a lot of Facebook interaction. Got almost none during the tornado. It was all, actually folks went back to what they knew, which is the phone and email, mostly email, and they emailed from their phones. I didn't see folks taking the time to load their Twitter application and send stuff in. It was mostly email, which was an interesting study, just kind of subtle study. It wasn't intentional, but I'll get out of the way, let you watch some of the technology. You'll see different things along the way. I won't stop and point it out. This thing right now is a golf ball size deal. I'm watching another storm, Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm just going to put you on guard. Let me zoom out a little bit more here. This is about 3:48. The storm that we're watching now. Here's Westfield. Springfield's on the right side of your screen. Westfield's toward the center. Okay, watch. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. This is a nasty little storm right here coming along Route 57, and it's strengthened. This one here, if you're going to use my rules here, cloudy ground lightning strike, this one here has had a significant uptick in cloudy ground strikes here over the course of the last 5 minutes or so. Remember that storm I told you we were watching for Westfield? Well, here it is. Now I'm getting signatures on radar. The automated signals are going off here. When you see that triangle, indicates a potential developing tornado. So to Westfield, I'm putting you on. You're skipping through those 355, 359. You see the time at the bottom. Not yet, but here comes the storm, and it's coming right at you now. Here you go. You've got kind of that donut that shows up right here. That's your center of potential rotation. That's where you're getting that indicator from the radar of potential tornadic development. Here's your hail core running out ahead of it. Here's where you get your deep hail. It's just south of the Mass Pike. So one area that we've been watching, and I want to update folks in Westfield because I put you on guard, and I want to follow that up. We're not going to leave you hanging. Westfield, Massachusetts, out southwest of Springfield. No tornado warning with this, but we have a very clear, defined kind of hook shape on the backside of this storm. That's concerning to me. Right in here, this has been very well pronounced and very well defined over the path of this storm. Right here in Westfield, I may need to come back to you, and we may need to tell you about a tornado warning if this thing continues, because it is showing some signs of getting wrapped up. Farther back, this is from Sue Johnson, and I got to tell you, I'm really not surprised to see this. Westfield, Massachusetts. Remember, we had put Westfield on guard. Here you go. This storm now, again, you talk about a donut. There's your donut. See that one just west of Springfield now. Sue says, my husband just called me from Westfield. There's a funnel cloud in Westfield. Now, are these all from trained spotters? Not necessarily, but at the same time, when I'm seeing this on radar, and I'm seeing this wrap-up, and I'm getting a report of a funnel over Westfield, boom, that's enough for me to say we've got an issue right here with this storm. This multiple reports of funnel cloud coming out of Westfield at Barnes. Again, this is a storm that previously did not have a tornado warning with it. I have to assume that the tornado warning will be forthcoming as came across 60 seconds ago. A funnel in Westfield, I'm going to convey that to the National Weather Service. Here you go. And as we've been looking at that, look at this. National Weather Service has hoisted a tornado warning for Springfield, Massachusetts. Again, that means tornado touchdown may be imminent. We have a funnel that is reaching down toward the ground. This thing is coming up over Route 5. It's coming up back in over the north side of Springfield, West Springfield. This is the time to get down to the basement, and this is the time to get, if you don't have a basement, lowest level of your home. Hail damage that was done with hail size about 1.8 inches when you get back in across. Lightning strike count, hail size, damage reports all able to show up in real time. Walnut Street back in through Northampton as well. So we now have confirmation at least that we are looking at damage that's ongoing. What you're looking at right now are tracks where the radar has been picking up on rotation. The green indicates weak to moderate rotation. The red indicates moderate to strong rotation. Do you see the problem here? We've got reds that have been showing up from Westfield back out through Springfield back.
Local, you're digesting that new information. Let's just pause for a moment, show a couple of photos just come into us in the last couple of minutes. They're from our viewers.
I will say one thing. I said I would interrupt. I'll interrupt once. Maybe not again, but once for sure. A lot of times during coverage, in fact, I edited a lot of this. Obviously, you keep jumping through it, but a lot of times in coverage, the news anchors are not really of the same mindset as the meteorologists. This is not a derogatory statement to news anchors, but a lot of times they're not really on the same page as the public either. Which is to say that if you're at home and somebody just told you that there's a tornado that's closing in on you with a confirmation on the ground, you really don't give a flying you-know-what about the pictures of clouds that somebody just sent in. But at the same time, I really can't say to the news anchor on air, hey, nobody gives a flying you-know-what about the pictures that you can't do what needs to be done. So here's some pictures that came in.
This is some clouds, some ominous looking clouds. This is sound damage. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you. This around Westfield, the Shaker Road area. Then tornado reported by amateur radio operators half a mile from Main Street in Springfield. It was headed toward the downtown. So again, this update here from the National Weather Service comes just about 60 seconds ago. Local law enforcement reporting tornado on the ground, Westfield to Springfield. If you're in a home with no basement now on the east side of Springfield back into Wilbraham, you can get into the bathtub. The bathtub on the lowest level. The bathtub tends to be not only an interior room, but it also has the piping around it. That does help. That does help. A lot of times when you're going to see with a tornado like this, you're going to see roof damage, but you're also going to at times perhaps see some structural damage to the home. Springfield, you're watching us, and I understand you're waiting for word that you get the all clear. I'm giving you the all clear. Springfield, Mass, you're all clear. Rotation. Oh, wow, here's the latest scan now. Well, I guess it's never good when you hear the weather guy say, oh, wow, but this is so wrapped up that you've got the hail core out in advance, Palmer's getting hail. Look at this. This rotation, this donut we've been watching has now just pulled down the whole western and northwestern side of that hail core. We're wrapping it right under. There's your tornado with Wilbraham right now. So here's the deal. Just got a radar scan on Wilbraham. This is a disturbing signal here because not only do we have a sign of rotation, but we also have what very well may be just a bit, and it's not common to see this around here. This is a tornado alley signature. This may be just a bit of debris showing up on the radar, believe it or not. That's a significant tornado right there, and I don't know what that will end up being classified by or categorized as, but no question that that's very concerning to see coming back. And that, obviously, that kind of backs up what I was saying, too, about that likely debris ball that seemed to be showing up here.
And Matt, we're back to the live pictures here. You can see the bridge over the...
This is a tremendous signal. Folks who are watching right now, you're watching NECN's live coverage of a tornado on the ground coming into central Massachusetts. You are not going to see a signal like this unless you move out to Oklahoma. I mean, this is remarkable. What you've got here, you've got the storm leaning forward. You've got hail core back out in front here, which is producing golf ball at least size hail. I wouldn't be surprised if we got baseball sized hail with this right now, somewhere along Route 20. You've got a wrapped up storm that, just like a hurricane might be, wraps up to a core. You've got a well-defined center of rotation, and you've got a debris ball from homes and other pieces of debris that have been picked up along the way, pieces of homes, things of that nature, that have been thrust up so high in the sky that radar beam coming out of Taunton, Massachusetts is picking right up. Wow, look at this, strengthening debris ball now, more debris being picked up by the tornado. This is disturbing to see because it confirms for you that you have not seen any change to damage being done on the ground. You see a debris ball get stronger with a tornado. You know you've got more debris that's being thrust up into the sky and being picked up by radar. Now, on its current motion, at 5:07, Brimfield is under the gun. You're in Brimfield right now, you get down to the basement. If you're in a strip mall, a plaza, something along those lines, along Route 20, where do you go? Where's the safest place to be? Back of the building if you have cinder blocks. Any area that's built up with cinder blocks toward the back of one of those big shopping mall buildings, safest place to go. If you're in a larger sized mall, you'd end up going someplace like the restrooms. That area, you know how they're always back in the cinder block and cement surrounded area? By far the safest place. You look at
This is the tornado. This is from WWLP. You're seeing this, and let's listen as we watch. They were on the air live when this came through just a short while ago.
This tornado caused a lot of damage in West Springfield and in Springfield. We are hearing reports. We saw damage of roofs actually off of homes in West Springfield, off Memorial Avenue. We are hearing reports of storm damage at the X in Springfield. These pictures were taken live by our 22 News Springfield Skycam just about 40 minutes ago. Very dramatic stuff. We know that there's plenty of damage so far. We do not have any reports of any injury.
Right? At this point now, this thing is so well defined. It's such a classic tornado on the ground that it will be visible. You will get into the rain or the hail, and you will get a break in the action, and you will see that tornado. Here you see some of the damage coming back to us out of Springfield. Tree damage, left side of the screen. Trees down across the road, center of your screen. Roof damage done to some of those homes there. Looks like windows blown out of the front side of those tenement buildings as well. And you're looking at a Westfield tornado picture right now. This one here, this is one of the most classic tornado pictures out of New England that you're going to see. This was a touchdown in Westfield. That storm is right here, coming back up toward Oxford. It switches over now to that velocity plot once again. And you can see where that rotation is looking. There it is. Put a map locator on here. That's over by Sutton Street. And just back up near Route 122. This thing right now is a golf. So that was kind of an overview of our coverage that was provided over the course of the tornado. And a couple of things I'm going to load up just a website briefly and show you a couple of videos that came in from, is Chrome what you'd like me to use for the browser? No? Okay, Explorer, no problem. But you saw there essentially the utilization of a number of pieces of technology. So essentially what we had was the radar that was of course able to show the rotation early on both through base reflectivity, which is what you're used to seeing on TV. And we did make some swaps back and forth too with velocity scans. You saw the wind shear tracks that were used there. Earlier in the day, before we had confirmation of the tornado on the ground, we also used some hail size estimators so folks could see the core of hail as it approached their town. You were able to see the damage reports that were posted live on the screen. The lightning strike count was posted live on the screen, the size of the hail. And so essentially all through the storm it was an amazing convergence of technology. Well, the other part of that is the convergence of technology that occurred with individuals who were sending in their pictures and their videos as well. I'm going to guess that probably some of you, this will be some video that you have not seen previously, because it came in direct from our viewers. I put it all onto a website, and thankfully it's all YouTube stuff, so we don't have to, let's see. Oops. There we go. Net, that's me. Okay, and Newland weather, that's right. And then Southern dash, new dash, using up my valuable time. Weather dash, June dash. 1-2011. I should have made a shorter name, huh? Dash. Now watch, I typed the letter wrong. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. So some pretty cool stuff. This is actually, you saw the tower cam video, right? That came out of WWLP. Well, we had a viewer that was doing the same darn thing right from his office. Oh, hello. This is even earlier on, so you can just see as it approaches the Connecticut River there. Purist, this is great because you can see it right from the start. That's right. That's right. Water getting picked up really shows the air.
I'm watching a tornado out my window right now.
And because you didn't swear, I get to show your video at the Southern New England Weather Conference. We got a lot of videos that had a lot of colorful words. I played one earlier. I said, I might be able to show this. Where's Danielle? She's in the room somewhere. I said, I might be able to show this. And then Danielle said, oh yeah, play it. And I played it. And there were, I don't know, maybe 20 F-bombs. And she said, I don't think you can play that one. I said, yeah, I guess not. This shot came, this is one of the earlier shots we had out of Springfield, out of the Riverbed Medical Group. And this was a Twitter submitted picture. But the bottom line is it did not take long, and that was kind of the beauty of technology too. It didn't take long at all to get photos and videos all coming in. The one that got away. That's right, not here at the conference. That's right. Anybody looks at Sandy, you guys will be saying the same thing. That's a tornado coming through Westfield. That was that classic shot I had shown on the TV there. Another shot is as the storm was coming out of Springfield. This person took it right at the edge of Springfield. These folks, most of them, I got to give them credit, most of them were given locations along the way. That's hail out of Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And then this is the first sign that we had a real significant problem here. And you can see just the other devastations is in Southbridge, Massachusetts. And these were all, this was all during the storm. So, while I was on air, just to give you an idea of how technology plays in, while up there, I didn't have the iPad at the time, so I had the laptop set up. where I think I was running a live stream online at the same time, and it also had a bunch of web browser windows loaded up, along with NWS Chat, which is another great advancement of technology to be able to interact with the National Weather Service in real time, along with the radar that we were analyzing, and all of that was going at the same time. So you had about probably about 7 or 8 different windows all at once. You can see some of the damage pics. And again, all this was coming back to us in real time. So, pretty remarkable stuff. There's a series of other pictures too, but I would imagine in the interest of time, I'll probably, unless you really want to see it. What do you think? Are we close short on time? You want me to go ahead and show a couple more pics? Oh, well, he's not saying no, but in my world that means, all right, show a few more pics. All right, then. That's all right. See that? All right. Give him an inch, he takes a mile. All right, okay, hold on. Here we go. I should just told him no. All right, let's see. This one. Okay, all right. This one will be nice and nice short web address. That's the good news. Photos. Yeah, that's right. Photos. SNEWX conf. This is short. Oh, what about Sandy? Sandy, the scariest part about Sandy, as I load this up, the scariest part for me is that we're hearing from folks, reporters in the field, that nobody in New England's taking her seriously because they all say she's going to New Jersey and the local meteorologists don't know what they're talking about around here. Yes, don't you wish you didn't ask now? Remarkable shots of damage, of course, that were coming back, homes that were turned upside down, and in some cases just completely leveled or removed from the foundation. Really just remarkable to see what happened here. Now, I'm going to end with a point. Unfortunately, a woman actually was in that trailer and had perished during the storm, so rather morbid, I suppose. But I want to end with just a quick point. Technology, this is about technology, right? This is what my presentation has been about. So, I've seen this especially with Sandy, and with the lead up to Sandy, that it seems as though even given all the technology and the quite literally billions of dollars and probably trillions of dollars that have gone into advancing our technology over time, it seems as though we still are afraid of being accused of hype. And I did hear someone talk about that on the panel earlier. And I'll say that I went down that road and worried about hype and worried about being accused of hype in a number of situations. But at the end of the day, when you have billions of dollars of technology and thousands or tens of thousands of people who've devoted their careers and their lives to advancing the technology to give us a better opportunity to predict what may happen, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying what might happen, even if it sounds like hype. I'll give you a for instance. 40 minutes prior to the touchdown of that tornado, we were warning that it may develop a tornado. I'll be very honest. I've gone on the air and warned that storms may cause tornadoes, and they haven't. And is there a chance that I would be accused of hype? Yeah. Is there a chance that folks would say, he always says that? No, I don't always say it, so I know that much isn't true. But sure, there's a chance that with some folks you'll lose credibility. But is there a chance that you can give somebody 40 minutes advance notice before the tornado touches down? There is. Is there a chance that you can give 7 days notice before the next perfect storm comes together? And instead of saying, yeah, well, the chances are it's going to go out to sea, so we'll see what happens. Instead saying, you know what, this thing still could go out to sea, but if it hits, it's going to be a historic hit along the eastern seaboard. Why can't we do that? We have technology that's brought us to the point we're so afraid, especially in the media, at the local level. The national level has no problem with hype. At the local level, we're so afraid of being accused of hype because we have Twitter, and we have Facebook, and we have email, and we hear en masse from people who are upset when we hype something that didn't happen. I personally think that it would be negligent for us to pretend as though we don't have these signals from technology and not deliver the message. So let them accuse us of
Well, glad I had him do 2 extra minutes. That was interesting. One more before. We have a short video clip from another TV meteorologist, Kevin Lemanowitz.
Excellent.
By 25.
Couple of quick things, because I don't want to be here very long either. Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm a meteorologist. Nice to meet you all.